This episode starts with Beast. He's locked in a prison cell at the Mutant Control Center. He's reading a book while some guards make fun of him. Something is attacking the building. The alarm goes off and one of the guards leaves while the other stays to watch Beast. But Beast thinks it's Wolverine. A hole is open in his hell. It's Magneto who set him free, but Beast refuses to escape. He wants to prove his innocence in court. At the X-Men's place, Professor Xavier and Jubilee saw the news on this incident. Jubilee asked about Magneto. Professor Xavier says he met Magneto sometime during a war at a hospital helping patients. It is here where Magneto began to hate non-mutants because he lost his family during the war, we are told. He started destroying military bases and factories, but Professor Xavier managed to stop him. We have people complaining about mutants all over. Beast spoke to the judge, but his bail was denied. Sabretooth showed up and smashed a chair on a guard's head. He is quickly taken down by the guards with their laser guns. Cyclops thinks that they are going to kill him, and Wolverine, he doesn't care. Cyclops then took his glasses off and shot all three guards down. Cyclops took Sabretooth back to the X-Men's place, to the infirmary. Wolverine tries to take him out of the building because he knows he's dangerous. Professor Xavier, Cyclops, Jubilee, and Storm try to convince him not to, but they got interrupted by the announcement of an attack at a military base. Professor Xavier thinks that it is Magneto, so he sent the X-Men to stop him. Magneto is destroying tanks. Using his powers, he was able to start a missile launch sequence. Wolverine, Cyclops, and Storm arrived sometime later, and Magneto lifted them in the air and threw them on the ground. Soon after, he left the base because he knew the missiles were set to destroy that base. Storm rerouted them with a tornado, and with the help of Xavier and his computer, deactivated the missiles before they hit water. A Storm falls onto Wolverine's arms. Cyclops is worried about her, but Wolverine says she is exhausted, but she'll be okay. Mission accomplished, buddy. Cyclops says, let's go home. Finally, they left the base on their plane, while Magneto talked to himself on top of a rock. And that was episode 3. I think Magneto is an okay villain for the show, but he could have been a lot better. We learn about Beast's character and his situation. Wolverine is more of a realistic person. He knows that Sabretooth is a threat and should be dealt with. Unlike Xavier, who is an idealist and is not willing to take the steps necessary to protect humanity against Magneto. I think the main focus of the episode should have been the relationship between Professor Xavier and Magneto. This situation felt mostly like a distraction, while Rogue and Gambit don't even appear on this episode. Now, I have some issues with some of the events in this episode. For example, Sabretooth, he went down fast and easy, and there was no evidence that he was previously injured or hindered by some previous fight. On episode 1, he was throwing cars, killing cops, taking down helicopters. I mean, we don't see him killing cops, but you know. Now he goes down with 3 to 4 laser shots. If it was that easy to take him down, why weren't the authorities capable of doing that before? Another problem is Cyclops. We have seen what his powers can do, but now he can actually control the intensity of his lasers without some special glasses, to the point that it looks like his laser is a stunt gun. It was my understanding that he couldn't keep his eyes open without some aid, because he would destroy everything he looked at without control. Another problem is the weapons. We have tanks shooting lasers, laser guns. In other episodes, we only had Sentinels and Cyclops, but in this episode, it seems that all weapons are some type of laser. I would have liked it more if the episode began with the backstory of Professor Xavier and Magneto. It would have been better to see what happened to Magneto's family instead of being told during a flashback. Perhaps we needed to see more about the backstory of Sabretooth and Wolverine, and then see the parallels of both stories. I don't want to talk too much about the powers of the mutants in this video, although I have to mention that Magneto is too powerful. He can basically bend all kinds of metal at will. Not all metal is magnetic, and that weird part of Magneto giving commands to a computer makes no sense. It wasn't that he moved a metallic lever or that he used an object to hit a button. His powers are visually represented like electricity, and with that illustration we see the computer being influenced by him. But it is what it is. Thanks for watching, and please leave a comment or give us a like or subscribe.